Hi everyone, my name is Carl. Welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be talking about Beltane while doing some ASMR triggers. Without further ado, let's get right to the video. Do you know who this is? What's the name of this symbol? So this is the horned god, or the divine masculinity. Now how about this one? So that's the triple moon goddess. There's string going on the sides. Is that the right side? Oh, that's the wrong side. It's this side, essentially. So that's the triple moon goddess, or divine femininity. For those that didn't know, I have been Wiccan Hellenist for almost 10 years now. Wiccan since 2016 and Hellenist since 2018. So during Beltane, essentially the divine masculinity takes the form of the green man in Celtic mythology. I'm Hellenist, so it's complicated how it works for me, essentially. And then the divine femininity essentially is the May Queen, from what I know. From whenever I'm trying to remember it off my head, essentially. And essentially during Beltane is the time where divine masculinity and divine femininity come together to bring life to the lands. Essentially, the May Queen ends up pregnant. It's a thing. But Beltane essentially is about fertility, it's about growth. It's also the second time there's like two main Sabbats, that like the breach between life and death is at its weakest. You have during Samhain, and then you have during Beltane. But yeah. So I didn't have a chalice, I only have this glass over here. Essentially, water is a symbol of the divine femininity. Usually it's in a chalice, like in a silver or like copper or brass, whichever, like a metal type of drinking thing where you would pour water, which represents divine femininity. On altars, you have the representation of the divine femininity and divine masculinity. So I'll show you guys a symbol of divine masculinity in. So it's known as an Athame or an Athame, however you would say it in English. I only know the French term. It looks like a knife. It's not that sharp, essentially. I thought it would be sharp when I got it. It's a ceremonial knife. Like, see, it's not sharp at all for this one. You don't use it to cut things, essentially. You use it for ceremonial purposes to represent the divine masculinity, and also like to trace ritual circles and that kind of stuff. But yeah. I'm not going to try to break these. So now I'm going to show you guys some herbs and try to think which ones would be used during Beltane. And also try to guess what that plant is. As a hint, it's used in a lot of teas. It has a red, very much red color, and it kind of tastes sour. To me personally, I find it not like some kind of bitter sourness. So it's hibiscus flowers. Those probably have been terrible guesses. So you have hibiscus flowers. This one has the word gold in its name. Gold. So it's marigold. This one, everybody has seen it at least once in their life. It's very prominent during Valentine's Day. It's a symbol of love. Roses. Ooh, I almost dropped it. So it's red rose petals. For this one, I showed you guys the answer by accident, but for this one, it's used in a lot of teas. There's several types of it, and some people might think that there's a difference in its representation. It's peppermint. The reason I'm saying there's many different types. There's spearmint and peppermint, for example. Certain people have different beliefs about what each is used for, but yeah. I can't give you guys a hint because I have no idea what this is. I've used it before, I just don't know what it is. If you guessed hawthorn, then you'd be right. If you didn't, then that's fine because I wouldn't have either. Now, which ones of these are used for Beltane? There are two imposters in the one that I showed you guys. Technically, any of them can be used for Beltane. Essentially, how it works in witchcraft is anything you kind of have a representation for or a meaning for, you can use it because everyone's craft is different. But more specifically, plants that have a really deep connection with Beltane. There's two of them that are not necessarily common. So there's hibiscus. Hibiscus can technically be used for Beltane, but I personally haven't used it for Beltane. The second one is marigold. The rest, yes, they're used for Beltane. For peppermint, that's the tricky one. Some people might say it has to be a specific type of mint, like spearmint, but I only have peppermint, so you guys will have to deal with peppermint, but yeah. My refrigerator just started to turn on. It smells really good. Obviously you guys can't smell it, but what type of flower do you think this was? I also have no idea. It's hibiscus at the front. Oops, the metal keeps on clapping. So it says hibiscus, but essentially I just use this container to hold a bunch of leaves. So obviously leaves and plants are other symbols of Beltane essentially. But yeah. Sabbats. There's 8 Sabbats in total. Do you guys know which one is the first Sabbat of the year? It's actually not in the year, the first part of the year itself. So it depends who you ask. Technically, Samhain is pagan New Year, or Wiccan New Year, essentially. Yule, though, does carry into January. So if you're talking about the Gregorian calendar, the calendar that we use, the first Sabbath of the year would be Yule. Then it would be Imbolc. Then it will be Beltane. Then it will be Lugnasash. No, wait, no. Lugnasash comes. Does it come before or after? So I just double checked. So Wicca comes before Lugnasash. So it goes from Yule. So this is Carl editing. I made a mistake. So it's Yule, then there's Imbolc, then there's Ostara, and then there's Beltane. I forgot to include Imbolc. Ostara, Beltane, then it would be Letha, Lugnasash, Mabun, Samhain, and then Yule again. So it really depends, because technically Samhain is pagan New Year. Yeah. This is just rice. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I tried my best to do ASMR for Beltane. I try not to yap for as long. I know for my other Sabbath videos they haven't done as well. So I was hoping that by making an ASMR video for Beltane that more people would get to learn about essentially what our celebrations are. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good night or a good day depending when you're watching this. And yeah, be sure to like and subscribe. So have a nice day.